So for this video, for the Week 4 forum, we're going to talk about plagiarism. And we're going to talk about the importance of academic integrity. Academic integrity refers to the moral and ethical principles that govern the behavior of students and academic professionals in the pursuit of knowledge and learning. It encompasses honesty, fairness, and responsibility in all aspects of academic work, including research, writing, teaching, and collaboration. Academic integrity involves several key principles, including honesty. This means presenting information truthfully and accurately, giving credit to the original authors or sources of information, and avoiding plagiarism or any other form of academic dishonesty. Fairness. This involves treating all students and academic professionals equally and fairly, avoiding favoritism or discrimination, and upholding academic standards and procedures. Responsibility. This means taking responsibility for one's own academic work, avoiding academic misconduct, and reporting any violations of academic integrity. So first, academic integrity is important because it helps maintain the credibility and integrity of academic institutions and the knowledge that they produce. It also promotes fairness and honesty in academic work and fosters a culture of trust and respect among students and academic professionals. Second, academic integrity offers several benefits. For instance, it enhances your reputation and credibility. It helps to attract and retain quality students, and it helps to develop critical thinking and research skills, and it promotes intellectual honesty. Third, academic integrity is essential for anyone who values honesty, fairness, and responsibility. For those who are people of faith, academic integrity may align with their beliefs about honesty, respect for others, and responsibility for one's actions. Here are 3 specific ways that you can practice academic integrity in your writing. Cite your sources. When using information or ideas from other sources, make sure to give proper credit by citing the original source. This includes both in-text citations and a list of references at the end of your work. Avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism is a serious violation of academic integrity and involves using someone else's work or ideas without proper attribution. To avoid plagiarism, make sure to paraphrase and summarize information in your own words and then cite the source. Read the LAPU plagiarism policy carefully to learn the different kinds of plagiarism that is committed and the consequences of said plagiarism. Be honest about your work. Don't falsify data or misrepresent your findings. Be transparent about your research methods and results, and avoid any form of academic misconduct, including fabrication, falsification, or plagiarism. So here is the LAPU plagiarism policy. The mission of LAPU involves cultivating in each student not only the academic skills that are required for a university degree, but also the characteristics of academic integrity that are integral to a sound Christian university. It is therefore part of LAPU's mission to nurture in each student a sense of moral responsibility consistent with the biblical teachings of honesty and accountability. Furthermore, a breach of academic integrity is viewed not merely as a private matter between the student and the instructor, but as an act that is fundamentally inconsistent with the purpose and mission of the entire university. The maintenance of academic integrity is the responsibility of each student, and each student is responsible for understanding and upholding the academic integrity policy. Students should familiarize themselves with the expectations specified by the instructor in each course concerning what is and what is not permitted, especially in matters of group projects, reports, and the attribution of research to sources. LAPU has adopted APA as the primary style guide for all coursework. The APA manual provides a full description of plagiarism and self-plagiarism. Students are responsible for compliance with the ethical code, but simply stated, plagiarism is the intentional or unintentional presentation in writing or orally of another person's work to include words, ideas, or any other information as one owns original work without providing proper credit. LAPU upholds research excellence and strongly encourages students to provide ample support for claims in the research or academic process. Providing support and credit to others signifies the breadth and depth of a student's accumulated knowledge, and therefore students should strive for excellence in their research and all academic coursework. So one of the first kinds of plagiarism is known as self-plagiarism. Another form of plagiarism occurs, that is self-plagiarism, occurs when a student uses information from an assignment previously written and resubmits it in another assignment or course without acknowledgement. In reality, a student is academically double-dipping by seeking to receive credit for work already submitted. Such unauthorized and uncited reuse of a student's academic work is self-plagiarism and carries the same consequences as other forms of plagiarism. Therefore, before reusing material from previous assignments, students must receive prior written permission from the current instructor to reuse information from previous work. Instructors may ask to view the material to be reused and have the authority to decide whether or not this work is in fulfillment of course requirements. Permission is inferred when the assignment instructions specify the use of previous work, such as when assignments build on previous work in the same course. So that means that when we're doing our writing process in English 101 and we reuse the same essay through multiple times, that's okay because we're doing the research process. And if you're taking English 105 and then you're doing part 1, part 2, part 3, then you're building on previous work from the same course, then it's okay to reuse that same assignment over and over again. So limit the reuse of previously submitted work to no more than 20% of the new assignment. For example, when you write a paper, it must contain at least 80% new material. In special cases, students may exceed this limit, but with written permission from the instructor. Cite the material previously used in the assignment in accordance with APA format. Students must cite themselves as the previous author and include a reference entry, even though the general reader may not be able to access the source. Students should use this format when referencing their own work. So here's how you would, if you have the permission of the teacher to resubmit the same assignment again, then this is how you would reference it in the reference citation. Facilitating academic dishonesty. So what punishment do you get if you plagiarize? So intentionally or knowingly helping or attempting to help another commit an act of academic dishonesty. This includes, and not limited to, uploading one's work to a third-party site or allowing someone else to represent your work as their own. Students may not share any course materials outside of an LAPU class without explicit permission. Course materials include, but are not limited to, discussion posts, quizzes, and exams. Uploading any LAPU course content on sites such as Chegg and Course Hero is prohibited. Sharing materials without permission violates the academic integrity policy and is subject to disciplinary action. And here, this paragraph talks about the inappropriate use of artificial intelligence. LAPU recognizes the positive potential for learning that artificial intelligence tools, AI, can offer. When used to develop critical thinking, hone an argument, or as part of the research process, artificial intelligence, or AI, can provide valuable information for students to integrate into their own research, analysis, and writing. However, content generated by an artificial intelligence third-party service or site, AI-generated content, without proper attribution or authorization is another form of plagiarism. Plagiarism occurs whenever someone represents words, ideas, or other information as one's original thoughts without providing proper credit. If choosing to use AI-generated content as one of the assignment resources, students should follow APA style for citing web pages and websites and cite the platform they used as well as the author of the AI generation program, if available. Students should also be aware of the potential for misinformation or inaccurate results from AI. Next, cheating. Cheating is described as the use of or attempt to use unauthorized material or information or study aids in any academic exercise, including unauthorized collaboration. Cheating also includes allowing someone else to represent you in a course. Falsification. Falsification is described as falsifying or inventing information or citations in academic work. Consequences of academic integrity violations. By virtue of registration at LAPU, students agree to uphold the following pledge. As a student at this Christ-centered university, I will uphold the highest standards of academic integrity. I will not lie, cheat, or steal in my academic endeavors, nor will I accept the actions of those who do. I will conduct myself responsibly and honorably in all my academic activities as an LAPU student. Sanctions for first violations are determined by the instructor of record in consultation with the assistant dean. If the violation is not flagrant and may include an F in the course, an F on the assignment, or a less severe action based on the nature of the violation, the standard sanction for a repeated offense or for a flagrant violation, such as submitting a purchased paper or allowing someone else to represent you online, is dismissal from the university. All flagrant violations will be referred to the assistant dean. Students may appeal a sanction they believe to be unfair or unjust, as described in the grievance policy in the student catalog, or in the catalog. So that pretty much is it. So in this forum, we're going to discuss ways to avoid plagiarism. We're going to discuss the consequences of plagiarism, such as what happens when someone plagiarizes, and what is the plagiarism policy of the university. Why is it important for us to learn to cite our sources properly to avoid plagiarism? Also, if you have any APA questions or APA how to cite something and you're not sure how to cite it, you could always reach out to me and I will answer your questions on how to cite APA, because part of avoiding plagiarism is properly using APA. In the real world, when people plagiarize, they can get sued for lots of money. So as you could see the newspaper article that I put in the forum, that is an example of a real world plagiarism scandal. You could also Google plagiarism scandals or the most famous plagiarism scandals, and you can post that in this week's forum and discuss why plagiarism is not a good thing. So if you have any questions about the Week 4 forum, feel free to email me anytime.